Hello everyone. So again we are dealing with one of the most important constitutional judgment known as Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation. Now this is a historical landmark judgment. ये constitutional judgment है. It basically expands the purview of Article 21. This is historical because again it has given a wide interpretation to the meaning of Article 21 because after this case, or in this case, it was held that the right to livelihood is also required for a dignified life and thus is also a part of Article 21. तो जो Article 21 में right to life की बात की गई है, right to life also includes right to livelihood. This was basically held in this judgment. This judgment is important because it also contributes towards the concept of judicial activism because it emphasizes upon the role of judiciary in protecting or guaranteeing the rights of the underprivileged ones. Because in this case, the Supreme Court basically held that the rights of the underprivileged, which are basically the slum dwellers or the pavement dwellers in this judgment, they have to be protected. That they cannot be evicted merely because a beautification drive is going on, or they cannot be evicted merely because it is provided in the Municipal Corporation Act. They have to be given a valid protection. Their rights are very important and their rights have to be protected. Also, the role of state has been considered here, that definitely the state has the responsibility to maintain the public places, and for such maintenance of the public places, if the state has to evict, then the state may evict, but such eviction should not hamper the rights, specifically the most important fundamental right of Article 21 of those affected persons, जो कि इस केस में हुआ. Now let's talk about the brief facts of this case. In this case, what happened was that there was a beautification drive going on in Bombay, and accordingly, the Bombay Municipal Corporation, under certain provisions of the Municipal Corporation Act, had evicted certain pavement and slum dwellers for such beautification. So such slum dwellers, they approached the court for the guaranteeing of their rights, for the protection of their rights. And accordingly, the court has protected the rights of those slum dwellers or pavement dwellers by stating that state in its public functions cannot take away the fundamental rights of the persons. And specifically the right which is given under Article 21 because it is the most basic, most fundamental right for any person's existence. So for that purpose, this was the gist. ये मैंने आपको एक gist बताया है. Now let's read the details of the case, and with that I will explain some more details. So the name of the case is Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation. Let's look at the specific case details. So the date of judgment is 10th of July 1985. It is a Supreme Court judgment, and the bench comprised of, it was a 5 judges bench, and it comprised of the Chief Justice, Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, Justice A.V. Vardarajan, Justice O. Chinnappa Reddy, Justice Syed Murtaza Fazal Ali, and Justice V.D. Tulsapurkar. And if you want to know the correct specific citation, this has also been given in this slide, so you can have a look at it. Also, जैसे मैंने अभी आपको इसके facts बताए, so the factual background of this case is that the case began when the state started with the beautification drive in Maharashtra, in Bombay basically. And for that purpose, the state, the BMC, decided to evict the pavement and the slum dwellers from Bombay as a part of that drive. Then, affected by the decision of the state, the evictions were to be carried out, basically मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि ये जो evictions है they were being carried out under certain provisions of the Municipal Corporation Act, under which the state is allowed to remove the encroachments of the public streets without prior notice. और इसी अथॉरिटी को सेक्शन 314 ऑफ बॉम्बे म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन एक्ट की इस अथॉरिटी को यूज करते हुए स्टेट did that act of eviction of such slum dwellers or pavement dwellers. अब इस एक्ट से अफेक्ट होके these residents they filed a writ petition in the Bombay High Court arguing that the evictions violated their fundamental right under Article 19 and Article 21. Article 19 क्यों? Because Article 19 guarantees a freedom of residence, that you have a freedom to reside in any place you want. तो उसी को यूज करते हुए उन्होंने बोला इट वायलेट्स आर आर्टिकल 19 दैट इज फ्रीडम ऑफ रेसिडेंस. ऑल्सो बिकॉज इट वायलेट्स राइट टू लाइवलीहुड, इट इज बेसिकली स्नैचिंग द लाइवलीहुड फ्रॉम अस, दैट इज व्हाई इट ऑल्सो वायलेट्स आर्टिकल 21. उस ग्राउंड पे रिट पिटिशन फाइल की गई. नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द लीगल प्रोविजंस व्हिच आर इन्वॉल्व्ड. मैंने अभी आपको बताया आर्टिकल 19 भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व्ड है. उसके साथ साथ आर्टिकल 21, मेजरली आर्टिकल 21 पे ये इंटरप्रिटेशन है, बिकॉज अगेन इट वाइडेंस द स्कोप ऑफ आर्टिकल 21 बाय इंक्लूडिंग राइट टू लाइवलीहुड इन द एम्बिट ऑफ राइट टू लाइफ अंडर आर्टिकल 21. सो आर्टिकल 21 and certain provisions of the Bombay Municipal Corporation Act which enables the state to conduct such evictions or basically to remove the encroachments. तो वो provisions भी इसमें involved है. So when we talk about Article 21, as I just told you, Article 21 talks about right to life, but जब हम फ्रांसिस कोरली वर्सेस यूटी ऑफ दिल्ली का जजमेंट देखते हैं उसमें क्लियरली द अपेक्स कोर्ट हैज हेल्ड that right to life does not merely mean a mere animal existence. It means right for a dignified life. And for a dignified life, definitely livelihood is something which is most basic for your survival, for your dignity. So that is why Article 21 also includes within its purview right to livelihood. And this was basically held in this judgment. Again, other than that, Section 312, Section 313, 314 of the Bombay Municipal Corporation Act, these sections empower the municipal authority, that is the state, to remove the encroachments on the public streets without prior notice. The petitioners challenged the constitutional validity of these provisions, that these provisions, even though they empower the state, but these provisions are unconstitutional because they are not reasonable. Because यहाँ पे इन प्रोविजंस के अंदर स्टेट को डेवलपमेंट की, अर्बन डेवलपमेंट की पावर दी गई है, बट दैट पावर इज बेसिकली इन्फ्रिंजिंग द राइट्स ऑफ द पीपल, एंड सच पावर व्हिच इज बेसिकली अगेंस्ट द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, दैट पावर और दोस प्रोविजंस शुड बी हेल्ड एज अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल. दिस वाज कंटेंडेड बाय द पिटिशनर्स इन दिस केस. लेट्स लुक एट व्हाट वाज द जजमेंट ऑफ द कोर्ट. सुप्रीम कोर्ट हेल्ड दैट the pavement dwellers and slum dwellers have a right to life, which includes a right to livelihood, and this right should not be curtailed without due process. क्योंकि Article 21 में लिखा है कि no person shall be deprived of right to life otherwise than by procedure established by law. तो due process of law या procedure established by law के अलावा आप कभी भी किसी पर्सन का राइट टू लाइफ इन्फ्रिंज नहीं कर सकते हो, तो राइट टू लाइवलीहुड भी इन्फ्रिंज नहीं कर सकते. यहां पे स्टेट ने बोला कि ये तो ड्यू प्रोसेस है, बिकॉज सेक्शन 313, 314 और 315 ऑफ द बॉम्बे म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन एक्ट अलाउज और इनेबल्स द स्टेट टू डू सो. बट अगेन इसको इंटरप्रेट करते हुए द कोर्ट हेल्ड दैट even though the enablement or the allowance has been given under those provisions, but those provisions in themselves are unreasonable because it basically grants a power to the state which violates part 3 of the constitution. That is not reasonable, that is not acceptable. For that purpose, the court held that development is important and it is the state's duty to maintain the public places, but the development has to be balanced with maintaining and protecting the rights of the persons. If there is no balance between them, then such a development is of no use. For that purpose, development can be done, but for that development, the marginalized group or the underprivileged ones, the slum dwellers, their rights cannot be compromised. So let's see. The court recognized the government's duty to maintain public spaces, but ruled that the eviction must be carried out following a fair procedure that respects the right to livelihood and ensures adequate rehabilitation. This is known as a substituted accommodation, an alternate accommodation कि ठीक है अगर डेवलपमेंट के लिए ब्यूटिफिकेशन अर्बन डेवलपमेंट के लिए मेंटेनिंग ऑफ पब्लिक प्लेसेस के लिए encroachments have to be removed, but उन लोगों के राइट टू लाइवलीहुड को प्रोटेक्ट करना भी जरूरी है, तो दे शुड बी गिवन अकोमोडेशंस और लाइवलीहुड इन द ऑल्टरनेट स्पेसेस. आप उनको कंप्लीटली रिमूव नहीं कर सकते हो, यू हैव टू रिमूव द, बट यू शुड give them alternate accommodation, alternate rehabilitation for preserving their fundamental right under Article 21. The court also held that the affected must be afforded an opportunity of being heard as to why that action should not be taken. The court issued the following directives. These are very important. क्या दिया गया देखो. First, no one has the right to encroach upon public spaces. Definitely, if any person, any dweller, any slum dweller has encroached upon the public space, that is not legal. That encroachment can be removed, but in removing such encroachment, the rights should not be compromised. They should be provided with alternate rehabilitation if required. Section 314 of BMC Act was deemed not unreasonable given the circumstances of the case. Sites must be provided to the residents who were censused under 1976 में जिनका सेंसस हुआ था, उसके अकॉर्डिंग जिनको हमने रिमूव किया है उनको हमें alternate accommodation देना है. Slums that have existed for 20 years or more should not be removed. अगर 20 साल से ज्यादा कोई slum existing है तो उसको आप सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस के लिए रिमूव कर सकते हो, and that is for public purpose. Other than that, they should not be removed. And if they are being removed, then also alternate sites or alternate accommodations must be supplied. High priority should be given to the resettlement of those affected by such evictions that I already told you. So after this, basically एक जो summary हम देख सकते हैं वो यही है कि right to livelihood is a part of Article 21, that is right to life. State's duty is important, but state should not do its duty after compromising with the rights of the people. If an encroachment is there, then the state is enabled to remove the encroachment, but only after providing alternate accommodation in order to ensure the guarantee or the protection of the right to livelihood of the people. So that is about the Olga Telles case. Now let's look at certain practice questions. So prelims का एक क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास. In which of the following cases did the Supreme Court of India first recognize the right to livelihood as an integral component of Article 21? So A. Meneka Gandhi versus Union of India, B. Keshwananda Bharti versus State of Kerala, C. Olga Telles versus Bombay Municipal Corporation, और D. A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras. अभी अभी हमने देखा it's C. Olga Telles versus Bombay Municipal Corporation. एक मेंस का भी क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास, इसको भी एक बार डिस्कस कर लेते हैं क्विकली. सो एनालाइज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ ओल्गा टेलिस वर्सेस बॉम्बे म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन केस इन एक्सपैंडिंग द स्कोप ऑफ आर्टिकल 21, जिसमें हम लिखेंगे कि आर्टिकल 21 क्या होता है. एज पर फ्रांसिस कोरली वर्सेस यूटी ऑफ दिल्ली, इट शुड नॉट बी अ mere animal existence, rather it is a right to live a dignified life. Accordingly, Article 21 also includes right to livelihood, which was held in Olga Telles judgment. Then, how has this judgment influenced urban development policies and protection of socio-economic rights in India? Urban development policy by the state and protection of the socio-economic rights of the persons. A complete balance is required. So, इस part of the question में you have to write the directives or the guidelines which were held, that how the state can maintain such balance So these guidelines which were held in Olga Tellez, जो अभी हमने पढ़ी, they have to be referred in this question. So that is about the Olga Tellez judgment, which is one of the most important constitutional judgment. It is a historical judgment because again, it relates to the interpretation of Article 21. That is all about today's video. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you so much.